Hello YouTube, this is PokeZonne101 and I have a battle for you against NecrossLich, I think that's his name. And he is a member of the DR Dark Renaissance thing. And I was asking for battles around the chat and he said that he would, which was really nice of him. And my team's on the bottom, his is on the top, and I do have a new Pokemon from the last battle. So yeah, here it goes. And so challenged by Necross, and he is a really good battler. I'm surprised how the outcome came, which kind of gives away the outcome, but whatever. So I go into my sink, and he starts out with an eye spin. I did not want to taunt him because I knew that the fake out was coming. I knew that I could live it pretty well, but I don't know. And so he lost some HP from Life Orb, and that is really good because now I know that he probably doesn't run that much attack EVs, either that or Azelf is bulky. And so he goes into I'm green, and I get the free psychic off because he switched and stuff. He takes that pretty well, and I was fearing the T-Wave, so I taunt him. He actually goes for the Toxic, which doesn't really matter because it's kind of the same thing, and that was really good play because if that didn't happen, he probably went for Toxic and I'd be screwed. So I go into my Darmanitan, aka Vulcan, and this thing is just a friggin' monster. I love this thing so much. He goes right in with the Seismic Toss, and if you don't know what Seismic Toss does, it does the amount of your level, so it did 100 HP. He goes in with the Suicune. I just Flare Blitz because it's my only stab move, and I was thinking that it would hit, what's it called, Chansey? And it's not very effective, but look how much that does. That makes Vulcan and another Pokemon the MVP of the match. And when he sent that in, I was just leaving it in as fodder because I thought that it would be faster, but that's not the case. And I am banded, so another Flare Blitz will take it out, but I do, because I am banded, I can only use that move, and I just wanted to get the most out of Vulcan. So that is that, and I am going to be taking some HP from Recoil, which sucks, but that's the game for you. So he goes in with Flygon, and I know that he's going to predict my switch because I'm at low HP, and I knew that he was going to go for the super effective unstab move, which just happened to be U-turn. I knew that I could live that with 77 HP. I didn't really know 77, but whatever. And I banded, so I go in with Flare Blitz, and when he sent in Victini, for some reason I thought that fire-type moves didn't affect it, but that's not what happens, and fire-type moves affect it, and it does pretty good damage. So Vulcan is doing extremely well for something that's fodder. It's taken out quite a few Pokemon, but the next Recoil will take it out. For some reason, Victini's not faster than me. I guess Vulcan's really fast. I don't know. And that could have made him think that I was scarfed, but I don't really know, because whatever it's called, Suicune took a lot of damage from the Flare Blitz. So yeah, I go into Sync, which is what people usually do. They go into their lead. I knew that he was going to that, which is why I kind of went into Sync. And he does do the fake out, just trying to rack up damage. And so yeah, I lose some HP, but I know that I'm going to be faster, so he's either going to have to switch, or he's going to have to send that in as death fodder, because I'm pretty sure that a stab psychic, super effective, will take it out. And so it goes back into Chansey, so this is kind of the same cycle. I do go with the psychic. I wish that I kind of went for the taunt for some reason. I don't know. Actually, no, I wish I went for the psychic. For some reason, I thought that it would be fat and, like, heavy weight, but it's not, so Grass Knot doesn't do a lot. Rhyming. And the Seismic Toss does not take it out, and I live with 40 HP, and the Psychic, I get a crit on the Psychic, which sucks for him, but it doesn't really change the game, because the next move, the move that takes it out would have taken it out if it wasn't a crit. And he just takes me out with a Seismic Toss. So yeah, I'm looking pretty good here. He's actually looking pretty good as well. And I send in Tin Can, which is my Caesar. And he is actually dating Frosty Pixie, so I think Frosty Pixie and I run a similar Caesar set. So he probably knows that I'm going to go with the superpower, and I do that, and so yeah, the superpower is not going to do jack shit. He does have leftovers, so that kind of makes me think that he's running a bulkier Zapdos set, because why would he have leftovers if it wasn't bulky? That answer I do not know. And so I definitely want to switch fearing the heat wave, because a lot of Zapdoses carry the heat wave. And I go into my rocker, which is also my Regirock. And I was predicting like what I said, heat wave or the thunder. But he actually goes in with the thunder wave, and I'm glad that my Caesar didn't have to take that, because I think I run a Jolly Caesar. And that would have just been really bad if I kept that in. And so I don't really care that Rocker is paralyzed, because it's bulky, and what's good is that he went into his Ice Spin. Even though it does have the super effective stab move, I am more bulky on the physical side than the special side, so I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't do as much. But I do switch out anyway, just to save it. And I go into my Tin Can because I know all of his pokes, all the pokes that he has, and Tin Can is the least likely to take out any of them or to be any help. So I just send that in as death fodder. I do live, surprisingly, and I do live because I run kind of a bulky Caesar, but it's choice banded, whatever. So I go in with a Bullet Punch just to get some damage off. And it actually does a lot, and it actually takes it out, which I found surprising, even though it's stab choice band. So yeah. And so just to rack up some damage, I go in with the Bullet Punch again, because I am banded. That doesn't do a lot, but still damage is damage. And he takes me out with a Thunderbolt. So in my eyes, from when I was battling, he looked a lot better than I did. But that happens all the time, and every time that's happened, I've end up being victorious. So I do go in with my Rocker for the super effective stab Stone Edge, but he does obviously predict that, and he goes into his Flygon, who resists it. And so yeah, I do get the Parahacks, which it's better because I don't waste PP. And he goes in with the Earthquake. I know for a fact that I can definitely live that, and I take it pretty well, considering that it's a Flygon. And I do get the Parahacks again, which is unfortunate, because I was going to go WTF Boom, but whatever. I was thinking from Lefty's recovery that I could maybe live another Earthquake with a slim amount of health. But that's not the case, and that takes me out. So I go into my Fatigue, and I like this nickname because it has fat in it. It's a Snorlax, and it's female. And this is the other MVP of the match, because you can, if he did not switch in that I'm green thing, I probably would have lost the match, maybe, because that was a crucial switch. And he does go in with the Toxic. That doesn't bother me because of the set that I run. And I go in with the Belly Drum, and he was probably just like super excited because I was at half health with the poison. And then that means that 3 Seismic Tosses would have taken me out. But my attack is maximized. And so yeah. He protects just to get poison damage on me, but I do have the Belly Drum Resto Chesto set, which I don't really think I invented it, but I came up with it on Pokemon Online. And so yeah, I get all of my HP back, and I do have, I think it's like 1,200 something attack now because of the +6. And I do wake up, and he was probably just pissed out of his mind. And I knew, or I had a strong feeling that a return would take it out, but he goes for the wish anyway, which was a good move. That's actually a really good move. And but unfortunately for him, I do take it out. And Flygon, I don't really have anything to say about Flygon. He goes into his strongest stab move, which is Outrage. For some odd reason, I thought that that was going to do a lot more than it did. And Return, so yeah, Return does a lot. Does it take it out? Yes, it does. I do get a crit. I don't know if that was useless or not because I don't really think that Flygons are all that bulky. They could have a little bit of bulk to them, but not a significant amount. And he just goes for the Thunderbolt, because that's probably, I'm guessing, his best move to go for. And I do go in the Return, and I know that that thing is bulky because the Return did not take it out. If it did not have any EVs and whatever it's called, then that would have definitely taken it out. I'm pretty sure. And so another Thunderbolt will not take me out, I'm pretty sure. And I do go in with the Return, but sadly he lives that too. And yeah. So he's at minuscule health. And my last Pokemon, for some reason I didn't think that it was faster if he wasn't a bulky set. And I thought that my move would not take it out because he was a bulky set. And yeah, I had a feeling that it wouldn't take it out because of the lefties gain. And it brings him into yellow health. And so I sent in my Purloin, I think it's called, or that's the first evolution. Leopard, that's what it's called. And I am faster, which surprised me, so now I know that he's a bulky set, even though it doesn't really matter. And luckily I do take it out from that range. That is good game, NecrossLich. I'll put your link in the description. I'd love to battle you again. And people keep watching, I guess.